Hey, what's going on, everyone? I am the OPJellicent, and we have week number 2 of season number 2 of the IBA, the International Battling Association, going up against FlameHorizen and his Minnesota Lycanrocs. He has a really scary roster, but before we get into any of that, be sure to check him out down below in the description. I'll link both his YouTube channel and his Twitter, because he does do some graphics over on Twitter, and he's a really great graphic artist, so yeah, be sure to check him out. But once again, as I said, really scary matchup. He has this busted mon right here known as Magearna, so the only way we deal with that is our Sped for Uniclus right here with the Nightshade, just to 4-hit KO that thing and hopefully deal with it. We have a D-Dance Gator, which can hopefully sweep. I have to really make sure he doesn't get like a Trick Room up, or else that's going to be really scary. Scarf Heliolisk is a really great Pidgeot check. It can handle the Dragonite after our Dragon Dance. With the HPS, we don't have Thunderbolt, which could come in really much into play late game. And then we have Scarf Karen Black, which can sweep through the team with Outrage, and Defensive Fortress, which is a Rocker. It does have Mental Herb, just because he did have potential Lycanroc lead, and he could have taunted me and then gotten up his own rocks. So really, that was the idea. The idea is to Memento on something and then sweep with either our Gator or our Kyurem. So let's go ahead and get into it. I end up leading off with my Fortress, as he ends up leading off with his Dragonite. I love his nickname, but no, we're going to be able to get up his rocks right here. As right here, I could have expected this Inferno Overdrive and pivoted out, but not really sure what he wanted to do. He could have gone for a Fire Punch and then fired off like a Supersonic Sky Strike or something, so he decides to go for the Inferno Overdrive and just knock me out. It's going to blow me back entirely. But this is going to allow me to bring in Mega Pidgeot. If he does attack me, he will take some Rocky Helmet damage. He's going to go into his Torkoal right here, as pretty much what I decide to do these next few turns. I'll just fire off some Shadow Balls, put this thing into range of my Scarf Kyurem, as he decides to Will-O-Wisp me, so glad I didn't go Gator right there and start Dragon Dancing up. As I believe right here, he decides to go into his Kecleon on my Shadow Ball, so that kind of sucks, but this is alright, because I believe I decided to go for the Memento right here. We're going to be able to get rid of his Protean, and yeah, I believe I throw off the Will-O-Wisp first, so now I know that we can live another knockoff since our item is knocked off, and I can just Memento out right here and bring in my, I believe I brought in Gator freely, but unfortunately right there you saw the Trick Room, so now this is a big problem because Crawdont is just the biggest threat. So now he ends up going out into his Torkoal, so I'm forced to just attack him right here with the Aqua Jet tech, because he would have done a lot of damage to me with the Solar Beam. So now he gets in Crawdont for free, unfortunately, and he's going to be able to go for the knockoff, which we do live because he's not banded, but Earthquake's not going to be able to knock this thing out because it does have quite the high defense stat. We live an Aqua Jet under Rain, but I decided to go for my own, unfortunately, instead of Earthquaking again. So just because it was the best play in case he decided to knock off again, which is probably what he should have done, but it's right. He's going to go for the Aqua Jet right here. Knock me out. So this is really terrible already because we're down 5-3. We ended up losing our Fortress and our Cofagrigus just to attempt the Gator Sweep, but the Gator Sweep did not work. So now pretty much the only way we have of winning is with one of our Scarfers. So Scarf Kyurem can sweep with Outrage, or Heliolisk with our Thunderbolt. So I decided to go out into my Kyurem here and just knock him out with the Scarf Ice Beam. And he's going to bring out his Magearna, just expecting me to be locked in. So I'm forced out here into my Sped for Uniclus. He goes for the Shift Gear, but I know I can 1v1 this unless it's Never Ending Nightmare, or Shadow Ball as there, like you guys saw. So now Nightshade is going to do a good amount, but it will 2-hit KO him, but he does have the Shadow Ball to 1v1 me, which really sucks. But he's going to bring out his Pickle here on another attack, as what I decide to do here is just go for the Psychic. As I could have recovered right there, but like I'm only recovering like 2% every turn. He's going to be able to 2-hit KO me with the Dragon Claw. So now pretty much what I have to do is knock this thing out with like an Ice Beam or something, and then or a Fusion Bolt, and then get off enough damage on Magearna to the point where I can hopefully sweep with Hyper Voice, but I'm going to decide to go right here for the Fusion Bolt on the Pickle, as he's going to go right down. He's going to bring out his Magearna, which is definitely going to live this Fusion Bolt, no doubt about it. This thing is so bulky and so offensive. He's going to knock me out with the Flash Cannon. Now what's funny right here is if I had Thunderbolt, I probably won the game, because I would be able to 2-hit KO the Kecleon, knock out this, and knock out Magearna, but unfortunately I have Hyper Voice, so that's going to be able to knock that thing out, as he's going to bring out his Kecleon right here. I go for the Hyper Voice, it does a lot, and it might put him into range of being 2-hit KO'd after this burn damage, but unfortunately, as you guys can see right here, he has the Shadow Sneak tech, so I'm not going to be able to hit him with that. and then this turn he can just go for the Brick Break because I will be faster, and that is going to be an unfortunate 2-0 loss for the Aggrons. So really tough match. If I did have Thunderbolt there at the end, we would have easily won because we would have knocked out Magearna, 2-hit KO'd Kecleon, and then knocked out Pidgeot. Hyper Voice would not have KO'd the Pidgeot either way because it only does 50 to 60 even without the Speed F investment in case he decided to speed creep something. But unfortunate loss. We can definitely bounce back. I believe next week we take on the Boca Radon Radicates, coached by Troy, so that'll be an interesting matchup. I believe he's already played his week number 2 right now, so be sure to check that out if you want to. And I will see you guys next week. Bye.